literally was just watching you on Thursday night. It was a rerun, but...
I'm sorry about that. We have some reruns. This is a new one you're on now. You're on a brand new episode.
Hey, love our man!
Welcome to the show, my friends. Yes, if you've done the math, where the sun is, time of day, you've probably established that that is the Atlantic Ocean. And if you did do that, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you CSI or something? That's crazy. If someone figured out that was Atlantic, well, I guess you can. It looks like the Atlantic, right? No, it doesn't. It's just an ocean. First of all, let's go backwards for a second. Last episode, I directed you to the website and I said, just take a look and see if maybe we invented the pussy muff. Wait, what?
A pussy muff.
Is that a real thing?
No, you have to invent it, maybe.
Well, see, we didn't. So stop sending me emails saying, where's the pussy muff? We didn't invent it. I don't even think there's a market for it. If you didn't see the episode, apparently in colder climates, women are having some issues with some temperature, right? And so people suggested the pussy muff, and I'm not marketing this. I already had a kangaroo scrotum with our logo on it. I'm not doing a pussy muff. I have standards. I don't? Apparently I don't. We're in South Carolina because you guys sent us here. You sent emails and said, there is a beer festival here. There are drunk people, over 200 different kinds of beer. I want some unique beer today. I want to discover some really unique stuff. And on top of that, please, it's a beer festival. There will be drunk people. The people that run beer festivals, they like to think it's like this tasting thing. No. That's more like wine. Beer, you go there to get hammered. So let us go now talk to the people that are going to a festival to get hammered. And this is what I predict. At the beginning of the festival, they are there to taste the beer. At the end of the festival, they are hammered. Man, I cannot stand still. Are these all my footprints? This guy has got some issues. And I just pointed out with the ADD right there, like, whoa, look at all the footprints. First of all, give me some stats on this thing. How many beers? Sure. How big is it?
Sure, this is the 7th annual World Beer Festival.
Okay.
We have 85 breweries, about 240 beers. Got a beer and cheese tasting going on upstairs. We have 2 presentations about beer in South Carolina, history beer. Friday.
You have a silent disco, which I like.
Absolutely. Silent disco is a hugely popular item. That gets real interesting a couple hours in.
And pretty straightforward. They receive a plastic container
yes.
that they can wander around and just fill with as much
exactly.
beer as possible. Scotty's actually, he's got the cup in his hand. He's ready to go.
Ready to go.
So this show, as we go on, might get a little out of focus. That's just him enjoying himself. Yeah. Tell me about what's going on here. What do we have inside this?
So it's called a Jockey Box, and there's actually ice inside of it. You want to see?
Yeah.
So the ice keeps it cold, and we pour the beer through these stainless steel coils.
When these people actually get to sample this in front of you, how does that feel?
It's a great feeling because I get to talk with them, face to face about, I made this beer, and I get to hear direct feedback. So if there's something they don't like about it, maybe I can change it in the future.
3 hours into the festival, does the feedback change at all?
You get varying aspects, like particular beers, people will say the same thing.
I just meant if there's a little more like once more beers inside there.
Yeah, it gets less concise. It's more like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, dude. Moving on. Cheers up. What do you got?
We've got IPA. We've got pineapple hefeweizen.
Right.
We got watermelon wheat.
Nice.
And then we've got the horny blonde.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what caught my eye right here.
Yes, out of all of them so far, been my favorite I sampled.
I know in this crowd there are some beer nerds. There are some people that know hops and barley and all this lingo.
Yeah.
Where do you guys stand on this? We're here to get hammered?
Consumers, yeah. Mass consumers.
So is it a numbers game with you, or are you actually in search of like a something you might like?
I just want to hit everyone.
I'll find something that I might like, but I will drink as many as I can.
Right.
On the way
So
there.
you won't be heartbroken if you don't find something you fall in love with, but as long as you fill that multiple times.
Oh yes. That's what she said.
Nice. Well done. in a couple hours, will I see some drunk people?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, falling out. You'll probably see me in the corner somewhere.
Okay. We got emails, and people said this is just a drunk mess.
It is.
But when I talked to the organizers, they said, well, we try to focus on appreciating the beer.
Sure. Sure.
We've seen this before, too.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
No, the pretzel necklace I meant.
Yeah. I wasn't pretzel necklace. That's right. Yeah.
Tell me about these fantastic flavors.
So the sticky toffee pudding is an ale based upon the traditional English dessert.
Right.
Wells Banana Bread beer is exactly what it says it is. It's an English ale brewed with free trade bananas. And the double chocolate stout is a reference to the fact that we use chocolate malt, and we actually do use chocolate in the brewing process. And today, since we've got all three of them, we're actually doing some fun beer blends too. If you've ever had the English dessert, the traditional English dessert,
Yes.
we've liquefied it. Just like the banana bread, we liquefied banana bread into a beer.
So it will still be a beer, though. This won't
Oh,
just be
absolutely.
like a,
No, it's not going to drink like a cordial or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's magic. Oh, wow. So this one, of all of your flavors, this one actually has a strong banana presence.
So one of the reasons it's so strong is it's not a flavoring, it's not a manipulation of malts. It's actually an English ale that's brewed with real free trade bananas. So there are actually bananas used during the brewing process.
I really like that.
It is liquid banana bread. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other way to describe it.
You recommend it? You're like a scientist with this,
Well, engineer.
right? Okay, a beer engineer.
So I'm just partaking in all the different varieties, keeping track of my count, most importantly, and giving a little rating system, 1 to 5. So,
Okay.
and then I'll go back and keep this for future reference.
Nice. So across the top, you have the count of how many beers you've had.
Yes.
How will this rating system change as that number gets higher?
Hopefully there won't be too much bias as I get towards the end and stuff becomes a little bit
Right.
more generalized,
Right.
I should say.
A little less clear.
Yes.
Explain what the hell hops are.
Hops are used to preserve beer, and they're also used to give beer their awesome flavor. And these are Cascade hops. These are grown right here in South Carolina.
Now, why do you need to give beer bitterness? Why is that flavor needed?
Because beer would be sweet otherwise. Malt is just sweetness.
So that would just not be unpleasant. It's just
Right.
too, it's like drinking syrup.
You wouldn't be able to get through one beer.
Oh, that's interesting. And I see people as they walk by, they're touching these, they're eating these, they're making faces when they eat them. Like this will just taste bitter, right?
They're very bitter, yeah.
Yeah.
But without hops, beer would spoil really quickly.
What makes a good hop?
Freshness.
Oh, is it really?
Freshness, just like cooking. Anything fresh is going to be better.
Yeah. It's such a weird odor.
Yeah, it's really pungent.
Yeah.
Floral.
Jumping out right off my hand.
Oh,
into
yeah.
My mouth.
Your hands will smell like that for the rest of the night.
Will they really? Explain what I'm looking at here. What are we looking
All right,
at?
so what we have going on here is what's called a silent disco.
Right.
So everybody that wants to be in the party has headphones on. Everybody that wants to sit around and drink is doing that. So what you're looking at is a bunch of people dancing to some crazy music that nobody else can hear.
And it's an interesting thing that happens inside my brain. It actually, normally this wouldn't look funny to me.
Right.
But because I can't hear the music, it's actually funny.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's great whenever we play sing-along type stuff.
Yeah.
So we play Living on a Prayer or something, everybody will sing it and nobody else can hear it except for these people.
Oh,
It's
that's
fantastic.
beautiful.
It's great.
This is genius. So what it is, they just have the wireless headset. They can hear what you're up to.
Yeah, I run my stuff into the headset or into that receiver, and it goes to all
Look
the
right now.
headsets. They're listening to Turn Down for What right now, which is why they're freaking out. So there you go.
It's awkward.
It is a little awkward, but I did it and it's fun.
No, it's a good awkward. I'm saying
it's a good awkward.
because it's fun for them and it's fun for us.
Exactly.
Explain the purpose of the pretzels to the people that might not have.
Somebody else, not me.
Absolutely. Well, the pretzels, really all they do, you take a pretzel between beers, it cleanses your palate.
Right, also makes you a little thirsty.
What's that?
It makes
It
you a little
does. It
thirsty.
makes you a little thirsty.
Thirsty.
Makes it easier to have the next beer.
Right. How many will you consume?
It's been about, 20 by now.
Is it really?
I'm gonna keep going, so until they tell me no.
Now, have you found one that you like the taste of, or is it not about that really?
No.
You're not that fussy. How did you know this line was the in-demand beer?
She said Wells, and she was like, banana bread, I need it now.
You must have.
And I said, it's a really long line. She said, I don't care. I'm going to go steal some pretzels, and I'll be right back. That's how it happened.
Right now I see a lot of friendly, happy people are a little loose. Will I see drunk people eventually? I want to.
Well, again, I usually am right about here, and sometimes I'm right about here, and I plan to be right about here.
Nice. My favorite part about this is every minute that goes by, it seems to be getting more fun.
It is. It definitely is. Yeah.
As we wander around, we noticed that everyone has the string of pretzels.
Pretzels, absolutely.
Now, what will the pretzel do to help me enjoy my beer experience more?
Well, actually, our pretzels here, we have 2 different flavors now. We've got the zesty Italian, and we've got our hot wings. And they actually help cleanse your palate for you to be able to taste all the different beers that we have here at the beer festival.
See, I think everyone keeps saying all this nonsense about cleansing the palate. That's not it. It makes you thirsty. So you will drink tons of beer and get hammered.
Absolutely. That's what the palate's supposed to mean. It's to drain you out, so you drink more beer.
Cleanse the palate is code for get thirsty and get hammered.
Yes, absolutely.
So you guys have to work here, but will you actually venture out and consume some alcohol?
Yes, when I can sneak away from my boss.
Okay, that's the boss?
That's the boss.
Yeah, I think it's essential. You don't come here and not consume some alcohol.
I sneak away. I say I'm going to the bathroom, and I sneak away.
Well, you'd be a good person to ask this, because someone will come to a beer festival, right?
Yeah.
What do you think they should bring with them? What do you bring with you to a beer festival? What are the important items?
Important items. You definitely need pretzels, something to keep the alcohol, because people are crawling out of here.
And maybe put them on a string?
On a string, most definitely. I would go for more of the bags for the naughty pretzels, so you don't have all that sweat and other people touching your pretzels. But other than that, pretzels are key at beer festivals.
Now, what do you have that's getting people talking?
This is Grandma's apple pie in a bottle.
Let me try some of that, please.
Okay.
Now, what is this going to taste like? What am I about to happen?
Okay, what's going to happen is first you need to sniff it.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And it's just like you taking an apple pie out of the oven and you poured it in that glass.
Yeah, no, but this is not Grandma's pie. This is
No,
special.
it's not Grandma's pie. It's a special pie. You taste it, the cinnamon, the cloves.
All right, this is dangerous. I could end up pregnant if I drank a lot of this. Because this is crazy. That is just
Is it
magical.
not like an apple pie in a bottle?
No, that is not alcohol. That's just magical liquid that I would drink all night, and I'll be naked like in front of the ATM.
Okay, I'll let you say it.
Huh?
I'll let you say it.
Wow, you have managed to package a party in a bottle.
I know.
Cheers. Have you tried this yet? You want to try mine? This. I just want to wait before you drink this. Oh, there's the package. Hold on. That's beautiful. Before you drink this, I just want to tell you, this is dangerous. It does not taste like alcohol. This tastes like candy. That is magic. Taste
I like candy,
Taste
though.
that. It's so delicious. Give me your feedback on that.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
It is good.
No. There's 2 types of people here I notice. You got like your beer nerds that know everything about...
We're not that.
You're not that.
We're not that crazy.
You know what the other one is then, right?
The not beer nerd?
No, it's the let's see how many times we can fill our glasses.
Yeah.
crowd.
That's us!
Cheers! What has happened to our friend?
Basically, he was chasing after some girls in 5 Points downtown 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Tore his Achilles. So now he's still got to get a little bit twisted. So we got him in a wheelchair. He's got to get fucking twisted.
I'm going to pass out in this chair and they're going to walk me around. They're going to drive me around.
So obviously you wouldn't want to be in this for very long, but tonight it's working out.
Tonight it's working perfectly, yeah.
With something like this could be kind of quiet where people are too serious. Yeah. But every hour that goes by, this thing gets a little bit more mental.
It's because people get more drunk and drunk.
Yes. What have you tasted though today that you will remember after you leave here?
Oh my God, the blood orange gose? Is that what it's called? It's so good. It's right over there.
My favorite though, like I grew up picking apples.
Let
maybe
me
that's
tell
why.
me, I need to go try. Hard cider, so good.
Yeah.
High five, because that's
So
so
that's
good.
dangerous because that just tastes like a delicious dessert.
I know, and you're just like, oh, this is no alcohol
And then what
at all.
happens next? You're naked, right?
Yeah, we don't want to say what happens next. You can't say that on camera.
We learned this right when we got here. There are people here that are beer experts.
I am not.
Okay. And
I'm
then
just 22, so.
But you're here to taste some beer.
Yeah, you know, I gotta expand my horizons, so.
Have you tasted some delicious goodness today?
Almost all 200, so I'm getting there.
No, seriously, how many have you tasted?
Probably 130.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
I've made them give me small amounts so I can handle the night.
Okay.
So.
I was a little worried coming in this would be too serious, that there'd be like beer nerds here just talking about hops. This is not that. It's starting to turn into a party.
We were concerned too, but it didn't happen. No, it's not at all.
How many times have you filled your glass?
Probably 30.
Nice. I was gonna say I wanted to give this away. Oh.
Let me see this shit.
Excuse me, I'm being interviewed because I'm
No, the chicken interrupt all she wants.
I'm a celebrity.
Hey, do this. Look at. Have you tried this? The sticky coffee?
Yeah.
It's good stuff. And she's out.
She's out. She's good. She's good.
How do you describe this state?
Better than Florida.
I describe it as
I feel like we should put that on the screen. Access TV, you're on it right now.
I'm on it.
You're on it. What?
Hey, Access, I love y'all. I watch you, Ray, on the reg.
We are a travel show. Someone's going to see this and they're going to say, I'm going to that beer festival. Tell them right now, what do they put in their suitcase?
Lots of roofies.
Wait, no. That's part of this?
Just kidding.
Just to clarify, the roofies thing, we don't endorse that.
No, that's all right. That's all right though. It's South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a thing here.
You drive with a truck with a loaded firearm. You're all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good information, but a girl over there told us that roofies are big here, and I don't know.
Roofies?
Yes.
Oh, we put those in all the beers here in South Carolina. Did you not know that?
Jessica gets roofies like
I get
every
roofies
weekend.
regularly.
Not really. She just takes shots, and we're like, oh, you got roofies.
It's almost the same, yeah. And you need an excuse, an alibi.
So, Columbia is really awesome.
Hey, do this.
It's not going on TV, is it?
No, yeah, it is. Not much. A little editing. What are the essentials to bring to a beer festival?
Your fucking drinking pants.
Bring your game.
Your game?
Your A game.
Okay.
And
Good friends.
Your best friends who know they will get you home safe at night. No driving. Have a good ass time.
Bring money for a taxi. Bring your
And
Uber
always
app.
find Artman.
What are drinking pants?
The ones you put on before you go out, and you're like, gotta get my break on.
Moving them. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta like, oh, I can kick and
I have to do this. Can we just go to an instant replay on what went wrong right there? So walk us through it. What went wrong?
I kicked too hard.
You kicked too much. Just too much effort. The stunt of this episode, I present you a high five ass fuck hat. And it looks good with the outfit too.
Very nice. It matches perfectly.
Hey, let me try my kick one more
All right,
time.
there we go. Take two.
I kick and I dip. I'm Sally O'Malley.
Tell me about this thing. Is this your first time at a beer festival?
It's actually my second time.
Did you learn anything? Did you do something different this time that we could share with the people
Honestly,
out there?
I had the best beer I had was from England, banana bread.
I had that. I had
banana
it.
bread.
It was good.
What did you think?
I thought it was good. You
enjoyed it?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
But it didn't, because a lot of this flavored stuff tastes like some sort of flavor. That tasted like an actual banana.
Bread. Banana bread.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And I tasted dough in there.
Banana bread. Yes.
What I really enjoyed about this was we got here and it's sort of mellow. People are talking about hops and barley and how to create beer. An hour goes by, it was less of that. Another hour goes by, that's gone. And now, no one wants to talk about that at all.
Everyone's just talking about getting it in. You know what I mean? Getting it in.
We didn't get that conversation yet. On our show, what we like to do is we give people a list of things to bring with them. So let's say I'm a guy, I want to come to this next year. What should I bring with me?
Should bring well, first off, a necklace full of pretzels.
Nice and salty, get you thirsty.
A few biscuits, and then maybe a business card or two.
Business card?
When I say 2, I mean 4.
Okay. Look what I have to give away on Twitter right now. Sticky coffee pudding ale.
So you're giving it to one of us?
I could give it, that's actually easier.
I want
I'll get in
it.
trouble because it's glass.
Yeah, get that. Oh,
No, well, let's just give it away on Twitter.
Okay. Twitter.
Right?
What's
Right
the hashtag going to be to win this?
I don't know. Hashtag high five ass.
Hashtag Beer Fest.
That works too. This is the end of our show. You want to be part of the close?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
What do we say?
We just say, hey, well, normally I promote like all that Facebook, but I'm done with that. Those days are over. Now I'm just sending them to, put it on the screen, Spencer. I'm just sending them to artman.com. And right there on the screen, they can click on Twitter, they can click on Facebook, Instagram, it's all right there.
We're there. Okay,
So we just did it.
Woo! Artman.com! Woo! Artman.com!
Watch your show on X.
Yeah, Artman.com!
I want to do this week. We have a little time. Glenn and I on YouTube have been test driving things because we're big experts.
Thank you.
No, we're not.
Smarties.
No, we're not even that. We're slightly smarter than a lot of people.
That's a lie.
No. Smarter than some.
But not as dumb as the most.
Thank you.
We
See,
know a lot.
I think we just proved it right there.
Thank you.
So this week on our YouTube channel, we're checking out a Ferrari 458. And we'll give you a little taste of it now. If you want to see the whole thing, you can go to our YouTube channel, see the whole thing. They can see the whole thing on there.
Nice.